You know, I've always wanted to be a dad. I knew at some point I was going to get married, I was going to have kids. And, you know, I got exposure to realize that some kids have crappy childhoods, some have great childhoods, and that doesn't always have the bearing on who the person is going to become. But I asked myself, what would happen if I dared to be a great father? What would happen if I tried to teach my children everything I had learned about life and wealth and love and relationships? What if I could do everything in my power to help them have an extraordinary childhood? Listen, we could sit and talk all day about the mistakes I make as a father because I make them. I was just on a hike with my daughter the other day, and right now I'm trying out this thing every week called Date with Dad. And it's an opportunity for me to select one of my children and just to have some alone time with them. And one of the questions that I'll ask them is, hey, where do you think I'm falling short? Where do you think mom and I are messing up? What are the things that you see us doing that you'd like to see improved? Now that takes a certain level of vulnerability for an adult to talk to their child and admit that they're wrong. But the reality is I do make mistakes. In fact, I've never been a dad before, so I'm having a learning experience. I hope that I become a better father with time. But if you are gonna grade me on effort, then yeah, I think I'm a pretty dang good, awesome dad. Because I'm willing to take a look at the faults and the things I do wrong. But more importantly, do you know what I think the secret is to being a good parent in our day and age? I think it comes down to time, right? How you use that time, well, that's up to you, but being there for your kids, spending time with them. You know, kids when they're young, before they become teenagers, they idolize you and they want to learn everything they can and they want to be like you. The one thing that they really want and yearn for is time. They want to be acknowledged by you. They want to be recognized by you. They want to be tickled and chased by you. They want to laugh with you. They want to learn from you. They want all of that. And so I think one of the first things is how much time are you putting into being a parent? If you've got offspring, then what does your intentional plan look like for the childhood that you want to create for them? So I think time is a function. And then number two is, what do you want them to learn? I mean, the reality is society has schools set up for them, right? You put them in public school and everything they're going to learn has already been decided. But how are you going to customize that education? What do you have to offer your children that you're the best one and most equipped to teach them? You know, I decided early on that I wanted to be a Renaissance man. And that meant for me to have a level of balance where I could produce results in the financial world. I could produce results in my health and body. I could produce results in my relationships. And that in my personal life that I would have a level of confidence, not from ego, but from self-acceptance and a self-love of who I am. And I've built my life on this concept. I want you to be thinking, what's your concept of what you want to be teaching your kids? Those are my four. And the only way I can teach my kids most importantly is by example. It's not the lessons and the lectures, it's what they see. So for example, one of the things that's important to me is I don't want my children to have to struggle with obesity. So instead of teaching them to eat healthy food, instead, I just go to the gym and I make sure they can see that and I eat healthy and then I provide the house with healthy food. That example, I believe, is so much more meaningful than anything you'll ever teach them because really they're looking for hypocrisy. They'll believe you when they see none, and they'll believe you way less when they see hypocrisy. You want to improve your relationships or your money? Then fix it. Put time, effort, and energy into it and show them. Let them actually witness what that looks like. I think that if they can observe that from example, that I think the most powerful lessons will actually come from that. And I think the third thing that I'd share is dare to be your best. You're going to screw up. You're going to mess up. We all are. But have you put it out there that you want to be the best dad possible? Have you put it out there that you want to just rock their childhood by providing exceptional and extraordinary experiences, taking the time to give them and invest into them, help them with their hobbies and their sports? Don't just be the person that says school's been provided, a house has been provided, hobbies have been provided. Be there in their life and dare to be the greatest parent, the greatest dad, the greatest mom that you possibly can. That's my intention. I tell my kids, I am the best dad on this planet. And I fail at that quite often. But it gives me something to look up to and to keep striving for. Comment below on what you do to be an awesome parent. I would love to see a collection of your ideas of where you know you are rocking it and you are an all-star mom or dad. Put that out there, would love to see it. Make sure that you subscribe, and then I want to share this final offer. If you have teenagers, 12, 13, 14 years old on up, I want to invite you to bring them with you and join me at one of my 3-day life-changing life experiences. If you've got a strained relationship or a relationship that you want to strengthen, whether it's with your spouse or with one of your kids, bring them to the event. And because it's a facilitated experiential event, we put you into a number of exercises that are mind-blowing. They get you rethinking life, and they'll give you an opportunity to actually forge a much deeper relationship. We have people come to the events that have strained relationships, and 3 days later, they've had their biggest breakthrough and they have become friends again. So if you're looking for some type of intervention that could really reframe your relationship, then go to kriskrohn.com, click the link in the description below, check out one of my upcoming experiences, and join me there.